Hello YouTube, Proxy here to talk about Ashes of Creation's Kickstarter, my opinions on the packages and how much I personally spent on it. So let's start by talking about the Kickstarter itself. The Ashes Kickstarter set out to achieve $750,000 in funding for its game, and ended up amassing those funds within a mere 12 hours. Reaching a goal this fast is quite impressive and clearly newsworthy, though I personally wonder why they didn't set their goal higher. In my opinion, it should have been a lot more. And within just over a week they have literally doubled their initial goal, and there is a lot more time left before the Kickstarter ends. On top of this, it's halfway already to passing Chronicles of Elria in crowdfunding this week alone. Does Elria's dev team seem intimidated by this? Perhaps a little, as they have currently put up a sale for the entire duration of Ashes Kickstarter. So all in all, Ashes of Creation has had a pretty successful Kickstarter campaign, and this will pretty much help secure the game's future before it's even released, although it's going to be a long wait before most of us can actually play it. Okay, moving on from this, let's look at the Kickstarter packages. Just before I begin, I think it's important to mention that you should only donate if you wish to help fund the game. Nearly all the benefits from these packages are cosmetic, so your own gameplay experience won't be lessened much, if at all, by choosing not to invest in these packages. If you are in fact still skeptical, you can just wait until the game is released, pay the subscription fee, and play. There is actually no need whatsoever to buy these packages, unless you really want these cosmetic features and to support the game's development. So let's look at the first package. The Explorers package will cost you $25, and considering it comes with a month subscription, which is around $15, you are paying $10 for your name in the credits, a chat emoji pack, additional customization options, a title, and a forum badge. On top of this, you also get the bonus stretch goal rewards as a backer. I would say you get quite a lot extra for that $10. It's not a bargain, but it's fairly priced. And this is a good package if you are skeptical of the game, but still want to try it out on release and get some unique flares. Next we have the Settler package. This one comes with 1 month subscription time, Phase 2 closed beta access, a white runic steed mount, more emojis for the chat, more additional customization options, a title, a forum badge, plus all the previous tier rewards. So with this tier and the previous tier subscription time that would normally cost you $30, you are in fact paying $20 and getting quite a lot of stuff. You get quite a lot of value out of this pack, especially if you are unsure about the game and think you might only play for a couple of months to see if you will commit to this MMORPG or not. Now we have the $100 Pioneer Pack. This will give you another month of game time, which is 3 in total now with the previous rewards. You also get Phase 1 closed beta access, name reservation, Kickstarter exclusive rewards such as the Obsidian Stallion, Falcon Pet and Character's Pioneer Cloak, Freehold Appearance Bundle Tier 1, more emojis, more character customization options, and a Pioneer title and forum badge, as well as all the previous tier rewards. Once again, you have 3 months of subscription with this package, which means that it's $45 worth of subtime. Although you can buy subtime in bulk on release, so that might be discounted a little. This means you're going to be spending around $45 purely on Phase 1 closed beta access, some nice cosmetics, and a name reservation mostly. I would consider this package to be slightly less value than the previous two, perhaps a little bit overpriced even. However, name reservation is quite important to some people as well, which is quite worthwhile on its own, I imagine. This package is okay, but honestly, if I was going to be spending this much, I'd probably throw down the extra $50 and go for the next one in my opinion. And the next package is the Founders package. This one will give you a nice chunky 4 months of game time when included with the previous rewards, which is nice. This is also the first pack which will give you access to the Persistent Alpha in Phase 2, Kickstarter exclusive Spectral Mount, Pseudo Dragon Pet, more Freehold customization, Founders costume, access to the game's launch 1 day early, and the Founder title and forum badge. Now I really like this package, it's most likely one of the better ones to actually buy into. The 4 months of subscription time is around $60, so you're roughly spending around $90 on some really awesome cosmetics. Phase 2 Alpha access, 1 day early head start so you can avoid some of the queues on launch day, plus all those previous rewards, which is starting to stack up as a lot of cosmetic stuff. This pack has a lot of value if you enjoy cosmetics and customization options, and want to play test things in alpha. Still, $150 is quite a lot for a game pack, and you will still need to pay for subscription much later on. Considering a year's subscription will cost you $180, that puts you pretty much damn close to the lifetime subscription area. So if you plan to play this game for over a year, you may want to consider snapping up one of those instead. Okay, now let's look at the $250 Warrior of Old package. This package you get 6 months of game time including the previous rewards, Kickstarter exclusive Moonstrider Mule, a Phoenix Pet, Freehold Appearance Bundle Tier 3, Merchant Costume, Monster Tokens x10 Legion tier, and a title and forum badge. Now I personally feel this package isn't very good value for money. Considering 6 months of subscription time will cost you $90, you are spending a lot of money on just a handful of cosmetics when compared to the $150 Founder pack. And on top of this, you will need to eventually pay for subscription, which would also put you in the ballpark of just buying a lifetime subscription. So my advice for you would be to ignore this pack and either go for $150 pack or the $500 lifetime subscription. I really don't feel like the $250 pack is good value for money in my opinion. So now we have the big one, the Braver of Worlds package for $500. This one comes with lifetime subscription, and that's what will make the value of this pack such a good deal in a sense. You also get Phase 1 closed alpha access, 2-day head start to avoid those nasty queue times, Kickstarter exclusive Dawnbreaker epic mount and a royalty costume, guild name reservation, monster token ×5 elite tier, title and forum badge. So lifetime subscription, that's a big one. 3 years of subscription would cost you around $540 without discount packages. If you only ever plan to play Ashes of Creation, this would be a solid purchase for sure. However, there is no guarantee that you will play this MMORPG for that amount of time, and in that case the $150 pack and other cheaper options are better in that regard. On the flip side of this, if you are the type of player that quits MMORPGs and joins back later on and off, never having to worry about the subscription fee is quite the bonus. This package is certainly living up to its name, as it really is for those who are brave enough to risk buying it. If Ashes of Creation is successful, it's a great deal, and if it isn't, that's a lot of money potentially wasted. Also to note that guild name reservation is quite important for those guilds with a reputable name, as envious individuals will always attempt to steal it. The next package is for those aspiring guild leaders. Those that not only want to lead, but to have all the bling that goes with it. Yes, it's the $1,000 A Leader of Men package. And this comes with some badass Kickstarter exclusives, a demonic angelic racial skin, guild hall appearance, receive some guild themed character cloaks and mount bardings, 10 of each, you will get to name an NPC within the game, receive 5 closed beta keys, phase 2, monster token ×1 epic tier, receive an invitation to the Ashes of Creation launch campaign, and unique Leader of Men title and forum badge, and all of those previous rewards. And it's kind of at this point value for money is out the window. But if I had the money to spare, this would have been the package I would have wanted. The demonic angel skin racial sounds so badass. And I know for a fact the guild hall appearance from this package is going to be pretty goddamn sweet. And the guild themed costumes is just a hell yeah yes please from me. However, this isn't value for what you pay. This and all the packages beyond this point are most likely just to support the game being made. Still, I would have loved to have this package, unfortunately my bank account says no. This package is certainly for the guild leader who wants to look like a badass, pimped up and ready for action. Next up is the $2,500 royalty package. This package contains a personalized statue of your character in game, 5 additional phase 1 closed beta keys, 6 in total, gain access to the Phoenix Initiative, you will get to work with the developers to design an event within the game, you will receive an invitation to tour Intrepid Studios, unique royalty forum badge and in-game title, and an official Intrepid Studios developer shirt signed by the team. So some pretty sweet stuff. Who wouldn't want their own personalized statue in-game? The Phoenix Initiative seems like a good idea. It kind of reminds me of EVE Online's counter of stellar management, but much more subtle and less involved. Still, it's nice to see that players will be able to get regular Q&As with the developers. If I had the money spare, I would have probably bought into this myself. Getting to work with the developers with anything seems pretty awesome. Hopefully though that the ideas from the donators will stay in line with the game's lore at the very least. And an invitation to check out Intrepid Studios is a very nice offer indeed. And getting a shirt signed by all the developers is basically just icing on the cake. And then we have a $5,000 package, Hero of the People, in which you will receive the Phoenix Aura, a custom built freehold manor, hand designed by Intrepid's artists. You get to work with the developers to create a monster in game, 5 additional phase 2 closed beta keys making 11 in total, a unique title and forum badge, and as always all those previous rewards. Well, the aura sounds pretty awesome, perhaps it will make us show up in the night time though, and I wonder if it can be turned on and off. Having your own personal manor and freehold designed by the developers is just amazing. That would truly give you something unique within the Ashes world. And working with the developers to create a monster within the world? That sounds pretty good to me. I could make my dreams come true by having the ultimate slime-based world boss going on a killing spree. Or perhaps a behemoth with a dungeon or city on its back. You've got to have quite a bit of money to burn for this kind of package though. And finally we have the $10,000 Avatar of the Phoenix pack. And this pack contains working with the developers to design one of the world's fortresses, 5 additional phase 1 close alpha keys, 11 in total, additional invitation to the launch party in Las Vegas, 2 nights of accommodation provided by Wynn Resort, 2 tickets in total, although travel time is still not included, invitation to the dinner with the development team during the launch party, join a weekend-long gaming session including a campaign of Dungeons & Dragons Pathfinder set in the world of Ashes of Creation GM'd by Stephen Sharif, tickets to PAX West, private VIP access to the Ashes of Creation booth, travelling and lodging not included, and a unique title and forum badge. Well, being able to help design and build one of the world's fortresses is pretty nice, considering there will only be 5 of them, and that's pretty nice design impact you can have on the world. And an extra ticket to the launch party also seems great. You might even be able to invite your favourite YouTuber to join you on such a trip. And with the accommodations provided, it seems a pretty good deal to boot. I did Google and check out some of the stuff with Rin Resorts and it looks amazing. So the accommodation is pretty top notch. And getting to have dinner with the developer team seems pretty cool as well. Question is, can we choose where we can eat? And is the dinner paid for? If so, let me at the lobster so I can put it on a pizza. Now, being able to play an entire game of Dungeons & Dragons with Steven for a weekend seems pretty awesome, but honestly, one weekend would not be enough. I would need at least a full year or so of playing D&D at least. Tickets to PAX West with a private VIP booth seems nice also, but as a European, not sure I could afford the package, let alone all the extra travel expenses and accommodation for all these things. Still, it's nice they are offering so much. The Kickstarter packages overall start off reasonably priced. I wouldn't say they are bargains, and I feel like a couple of the packages are a tad overpriced and could offer a little more, for example the $250 pack. You also have to remember you don't need to buy any of these packages to enjoy the game. When the game launches, you can literally just pay for the monthly subscription fee and get access to all the same mechanical content as other players. It's mostly just a few cosmetic options from the Kickstarter you won't get access to. And when compared to the Kickstarter of other MMORPGs, this one is certainly better than the other ones I have seen, though it is a little bit more pricey. Now, the majority of things in these packages are in fact mostly cosmetic, and there is almost no pay-to-win elements contained within them. Well, except perhaps one thing, and that is the early access head starts. This is currently a minor point of contention. It's almost necessary to have a staggered launch for an MMORPG these days, and this is to ensure the lower queue times and no server or login crashes, and the only other method to ensure this doesn't happen is to create a queue system, and with those, people will always get in way before you anyway. As someone who has been in top guilds and is generally a more competitive MMO gamer, generally I find the couple of days head start doesn't really help you at all in the long run. It may give you a slight advantage in the first month or so, but according to Steven, the node system will be disabled for those 2 days anyway. So honestly, this is an incredibly minor advantage, if at all any. I generally think people are more concerned with the fact that it can be considered a pay-to-win element over the actual benefit that it will provide. And that's not so much Intrepid's fault. It's actually more to do with the MMO gaming community being constantly burned from false promises and claims from other gaming companies. And with the way things have been for the last 2 to 3 years, I honestly can't blame people for being skeptical. Even myself, despite following this game for 5 months or so, still remains skeptical on whether it will be successful or not. But if we all remained skeptical and never took a chance in donating to projects like this, then games like this would simply just not get made. Instead, we would just wait for whatever AAA companies tell us we want to play, and be force-fed homogenized titles over and over. So we now have a lot of Kickstarter MMORPGs currently in development, and this is because of freedom of choice, and this is a great thing, but along with this comes the risk, and in Kickstarter projects it's the consumer who takes the majority of the risk. So the question is ultimately, is a game like Ashes of Creation worth your money? Is it worth taking a risk on? And only you get to choose that. So what package did I end up buying? Well, for a while I was torn. Both the $150 and the $500 packages seemed good choices for me personally. Eventually I caved and went for the lifetime subscription. It just seemed like the better deal in the long run. So I'm prepared to be brave, I'm prepared to take that risk and donate that money to Intrepid. So now they have their funding, they have the concept of the game, the ball is in their court, let's see what they can do. And whether or not Ashes of Creation succeeds or fails, that one question will get answered. Does an MMORPG gamer like Stephen Sharif know how to make a game better than the so-called AAA developers? And I really hope that he does. Well, that's it for this opinion piece. Hopefully this video will help you decide on what Kickstarter package to buy, or perhaps not even buy one at all. Either way, I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, remember to like, subscribe and leave a comment. And as always guys, thanks for watching.